Cobra Kai never dies.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around.
Season 3, Cobra Kai. I want to talk about this show. I have been watching Cobra Kai now for a couple of years, and I started watching it when it was originally on YouTube Red. I remember reviewing Season 1 and Season 2 of this show, and I really enjoyed what I watched from Season 1 and Season 2. Well, it's on Netflix now, and the latest season just dropped this past weekend, and Season 3 is the best season of this show thus far. There's a lot of shows that as they keep going on, the seasons get less and less interesting. They don't really feel like what the conception of what the show was supposed to be back in Season 1 when it started. And that's the total opposite with Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai, it gets better as time goes on. This season has so much heart, it has so much nostalgia, but that nostalgia plays into the strengths of everything that the show is setting up for its storytelling, because that's the best thing about the show, is the storytelling. The way that this show is able to have our characters, our central characters from the Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, and basically take these guys out of the 80s and transform them into what their characters are now as we are in 2021. And just seeing how these characters interact with one another, and also the way that they're able to teach and mold their students. After the events of Season 2, which was a huge school-wide fight, all of that aftermath comes into fruition into Season 3. What happened to these characters that we love? Hawk. What happened to Miguel? Did Miguel end up making it through? And is he able to do karate again? What happened to Sam as she was basically in a love triangle between both Miguel and Robbie? And speaking of Robbie, my favorite character, what happened to him after he possibly left Miguel paralyzed, or even potentially killed him? Well, I'm not going to get into spoilers on any of the things that the show does, but I'll say this. Everything feels like it was executed in a perfect way. I absolutely loved the writing of this season. The characters have great send-off moments. There are some characters in here that at first, when they were doing certain things with these characters, I wasn't on board with, especially Robbie, because I love Robbie so much. He's my favorite character of the show. And as the season progresses, you see Robbie kind of start descending into something else. Unfortunately, Netflix spoiled that for me, so I kind of already was assuming what was going to happen, because screw you, Netflix, you scumbags! They totally spoiled it for me, which was stupid. Not in their trailers or in their marketing, but when you go to click on the episode to watch, it will have an image of something that happens in the season finale, and you're just like, why would you do that? But anyway, regardless, I didn't know how I felt about Robbie and how I felt about what happened with his story. But after watching this season and seeing it actually play out, I understood, and it actually makes a lot of sense for me. Miguel was never a character that I really loved, but I loved him in this season. He has a lot of heart. He shows why he's so likable and why a lot of people really, really do like him. Hawk. I've loved Hawk. He's a fun character. They really made him out as a huge villain in Season 2. And for the majority of Season 3, he does a lot of villainy things. But you kind of start to see his story progress. You start to see his conflict that he has of wanting to, be cool and continue to be in Cobra Kai, being trained by John Kreese, the biggest scumbag on the earth. But then at the same time, he wants the respect, and he also wants people to acknowledge him as being better than maybe how he acts. And so there's a lot of these character pieces, especially with the high schoolers, but the character studies and the development of both Johnny Lawrence and Ralph Macchio's Danny LaRusso in this show has been so good from the beginning, back from Season 1. Johnny Lawrence is one of the most likable characters probably in any television show right now. His arc is so good. This season is really showing just how awesome Johnny Lawrence can be, and how he wants to break away from what Cobra Kai was after the events of Season 2. And he's a very, very torn and broken man, but he also kind of starts to find his stride. He starts to find hope again. And there are a lot of really emotional, impactful moments in this season, especially the stuff in Okinawa. Incredible. There are some amazing cameos in this season for not just nostalgia's sake, but also for story's sake. of characters throughout the Karate Kid franchise being sprinkled in and out throughout this entire experience. I mean, season 2, we had a lot of great cameos. Season 1, obviously, with Kreese coming back at the end of that season. And season 3, we have a ton here, including Chosen, who, holy crap, does that character really evolve and become his own. And there's a special surprise cameo that I didn't think was going to happen, and I don't think anybody else will think it would happen either. And I'm not going to talk about spoilers again because I want to keep this respectful and because I love all of you. But this season of Cobra Kai was, like I said, my favorite season. It is the best season thus far. This show is getting better and better as it goes on. The writers really respect what the Karate Kid legend is. They respect the fans, and they also want to tell a story that feels very impactful. And it feels like it actually takes place in the Karate Kid universe. And that's what I love about what they're doing with this show. Also, all the flashback sequences for us understanding Kreese's character and what happened when he was in the Vietnam War is actually really good. There's a lot of really good stuff that I really enjoyed from those flashbacks, and you kind of start to break down the character a little bit more and see who the character of Kreese is and why he is so unhinged like he is, not just Karate Kid, but also in Cobra Kai, because holy crap, he's unhinged in this season. But yeah, guys, this is a phenomenal season, the best season of Cobra Kai. I cannot wait for season 4. The season finale episode is amazing. They have so many twists and turns that I was just like, holy crap, they just did that, they just did this, they just did that. They give you everything that you want, but not only that, it makes sense to the overarching story that they've really been keeping this whole thing under since the very beginning. I mean, this show is truly remarkable. The storytelling elements, the writing, everything is just on point, and I absolutely loved Cobra Kai Season 3. Anyway, guys, what did you think of Cobra Kai Season 3? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. And if you guys like me talking about TV every now and then, I like talking about TV, but it's when I'm like really passionate about a show, or it's like one of my favorite shows on TV, I like talking about it. If you liked this video and you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also consider subscribing to the channel down below, as we're trying to get 500 new subscribers so we can hit that 1,000 benchmark and have another great live stream with some of my other friends, which would be a lot of fun, and maybe make it like one of the biggest live streams on YouTube. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Cobra Kai never dies.